coding is to make a player move or to create a game so that another person can make another player move around.
I think coding is when a computer programmer uses special codes to make an app or a website or a video game work correctly.
Coding is something you do to make a computer program or an app, like in Hopscotch, where you can just make games.
Coding is when you assign a set of directions to like a character that you've created. We've done it before.
The process of assigning a code to something for the purposes of classification or identification.
Do you want to know what I know about coding? Nothing.
Coding is like creating, because when you code, you are creating a character's movements.
So when I hear coding, I think of passwords, like a secret password or a secret maybe passageway to a destination.
Coding is when you can program a computer so it does what you want and when you want it to. You code with lines of code.
Coding is a way of sequencing or logical equations to operate maybe characters or...
What do I think coding is? Coding is a computer's language. It is how people create games and programs for a computer.
Coding is the process you make a program, also known as a code, for something online to make move or say something.
Coding is a way of electronics, way they communicate.
Coding is basically the internet's way of life. So if I want this cat to move, I type in the code, move 1. Then the cat will move forward 1.
Coding is building a recipe for making data do what you want it to do.
Coding is what we use to create computer software.
Coding is a way for humans to tell computers what they need to do and what to build, how to build things. It is...
Okay, coding means the process of assigning a code to someone for the purposes of classification or identification.
I believe coding is where you put information into a program so that you can make different objects do stuff.
Hello, Miss Nix. I hear that you want me to talk about coding. So, to me, coding is what makes our daily games and lives.
Coding is putting a series of instructions into the computer in order to create a game or cause a website or to put it.
The purpose of coding is assigning a code to something for classification and identification.
Coding is when you are trying to get your information across to another individual and sending it off to them.
Okay, I would think coding would be for different subjects.
Coding is what makes it possible to create computer software and browser and apps on your phone and stuff like that.
Coding is writing a language that computers can understand so they can work.
Coding is writing programs to make computers work.
Coding is with loops and helps you move something without physically moving it on the internet.
What is coding in 10 seconds? It is actually when you think and process little problems, you solve them, and you connect them all together.
Coding is a computer language that you use to create computer programs.
Okay. Coding is a way for you to explore your limit. It's by programming video games and doing stuff that has been written for you and so on.